We've got another fabulous guest with us right now with his floor filler party favourite. It is the brilliant Jonothan Ross.
Yeah!
Hi, ladies. How you doing?
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to listen to that. What's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan.
James Brown. James Brown, the famous player. Yeah.
But did you remember Oops Upside Your Head?
Of course, by the Gap Band. I actually cut my bottom to that one. Because you used to have to sit down and do the rowing, didn't you? And I'd been asked by my mum to go out with my younger sister to look after a disco. So I was a bit bored anyway, because it was all young people. And that came on, and I let down the dance floor and someone had smashed a pint glass. Oh. And I was wearing white jeans. It wasn't a good look.
Oh.
No. But you know what? I got through it.
We're all here for you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So what's the kind of Gap week like in the Jonathan Ross household?
Well, you know what? We have fun the whole time because Christmas is a time when we're lucky enough, because I'm not working that period. My wife writes for a living, so she can kind of set her own agenda. So we try and get the kids to stay with us for as long as possible. We have her dad living with us. So we basically all just sit around, still eating too much, playing games, watching TV, relaxing.
Yeah, perfect.
Sounds perfect.
And
Best.
is there... I mean, I can imagine you're all dressed in identical Christmas PJs. Have I got that wrong?
We have done the kind of identical Christmas jumpers and that kind of things. And we do, I mean, we're very relaxed. So I spend most of my time in pyjamas when I'm at home. Yeah. And my son has inherited that. He's known locally, he works from home, and he's known locally by the local shops as Pyjama Man. Because they've only seen him wear pyjamas and slippers. When he goes out to get milk, he just puts a jacket on over the top of it. So we'll all be slobbing around in clothes, but we will wear, like, festive things as well.
Yeah. Like, you always look so amazing, though. Like, I always love your outfits. So I feel like I need a special Jonathan Ross Christmas
You're
outfit.
welcome to come and have a look through my cupboard if you want. But I feel bad I haven't got the glitter on today because I've gone slightly more formal, but I have got a very sparkly jacket I should have bought, so I'll save it for next year.
Next time.
Yeah.
What present did you get your pets this year? Because you always get presents.
We normally get some... We sometimes get them outfits, but we normally get them treats, because what a dog really wants, and a cat really, is something different and delicious to eat. Yeah. And they'll eat so much over Christmas because they get all the kind of scraps from the table. Of course they do. I remember one year as a treat, we let the dogs have their dinner on the table.
What do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean?
When you were eating there,
you know, they're trying to get on the table, and I'm saying, no, get down, get down. I said, you know, it's a special treat for them. Let's give them their dinner. So we finished our dinner, and then we put all their bowls on the table. And stupidly, I somehow thought they'd sit there and behave and eat like we do. But then they were just up on the table all over. We're grabbing a onesie to wee, and there's food bowls going everywhere. So we won't be doing that again.
You've got a new little...
Did you hear us talking about if you would... You know, if you would charge anybody to come to have the Jonathan Ross experience in your house?
Well, depends what you mean by the Jonathan Ross experience.
I mean, I'd pay for that.
Yeah, well, you'd get a discount. No, I would never... I don't think you could. But I suppose, you know, times are hard for people at the moment. So maybe if someone needed to spread the cost, I can understand why you might say, well, if you're coming for dinner and we can't afford to feed extra people, chip in. And I think it's always nice if someone brings something they've made. That's a nice thing. So sometimes some people make a dessert or they make one of the side dishes and bring it along. And that's always... Although it has to be tasty, because otherwise you feel obliged to eat it.
I know, that's a bad one.
So I think it's nice, but I would never... I don't think I would charge. Unless you were running a hotel, I think that would be a bit weird. But I can kind of understand if times are hard.
What have you been doing in this bit, though, between Christmas and New Year? Because I always think it's a little bit of a no man's land, isn't it?
No, I love it. Because the thing is, I love doing nothing.
I do.
Right? I love doing nothing, and I love watching rubbish TV. So I'll find some new reality show I haven't seen before.
Oh, yes.
And I'll just binge watch that.
What's your favourite one at the moment?
I love Below Deck.
Oh, I've got two friends in it.
I love Below Deck.
Best friends.
Is that the new series? It's just started.
The new series, the two British girls,
don't
because
spoil
I've
it,
sort of...
started yet. I love Below Deck. It's really good.
Started following them, and now they're like my best friends.
And I like... Love is Blind was good. Did you watch that recently?
No.
There was one of the worst men on the planet. And I know there's a lot of us about, but this guy, he didn't get together with the woman, and she decided to pass him. And then in the interview he did afterwards, he got some stuff out, and they filmed it, and started putting drops in his eyes, and then pretended he was crying.
No.
And then he went, is this too much? And they were obviously saying, well, if your eyes are hurt. And he went, no, and he put some more in, and he was fine. Then he went, OK, like that, and he went, I never knew someone could break my heart so badly.
Oh, my God.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but you watch it. I'm really surprised that that's the kind of thing that you watch.
But I watch, if I can, the thing I like to do, I mean, I like to do things. I like make model kits and I draw and I read and stuff like that. But if I'm at home, I like nothing better than sitting in a comfortable chair, ideally semi-lying down, with dogs and cats on my lap, and just watch rubbish.
Well, not rubbish, of course, but Loose Women. You're rather fond of the...
I watch rubbish.
I was thinking this isn't a good place to come in here because we don't leave you alone. I don't know. Loose Women and you seem to sort of circulate around.
Well,
You've got a favourite, haven't you?
I love watching the show. No, I haven't really got a favourite.
You
I've got.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
Just been on your show.
He's got a favourite Loose Woman. I'm sorry, girls, but it's the truth.
I've got a soft spot for Janet Street Porter. And one of the reasons why is, of course, who else is going to love her?
Well, I tell you what,
Janet.
Judy's not going to be happy with the clip.
Oh.
Hi, Jonathan. I had to send you this Merry Christmas message because I'm not there with you. I'm actually in New York, missing you, love you lots. And you know what? It is going to be New Year's tomorrow. So if you've got a New Year's Eve party, I'm happy to go. Not that I'm inviting myself, but I do know where you live, Jonathan. Love you.
She won't be let in, though, because Janet Street Porter's on the door.
Right. Yeah, she had a good Halloween party outfit, though, didn't she?
Judy came along, she looked amazing. But Judy always looks amazing. I gave Judy a dress recently because I bought a dress for my wife and it was the wrong size for her and I couldn't send it back because it was in the sale from America. And I said to Judy, look, do you know anyone like this dress? She said, I'll take it, babes. And I said, well, it might not fit. He said, I've got someone can take it in or take it out. Just send it over. A lovely dress.
I love that.
And on a slightly sad note, we would just like to ask how your lovely daughter is, because she was diagnosed with, was it
She's got fibromyalgia and she has chronic fatigue syndrome and POTS syndrome as well, which is where your heart rate shoots up. So she's been, it's been a tough couple of years for her in particular, but she is getting slowly better.
Because did you think it was a post-COVID infection?
Well, that's what they think it was, because it's an immune system thing. And she definitely had COVID at the very beginning when COVID first hit us all. And after that, they thought it was long COVID for a while. But like a lot of things, they don't really know how to treat it. There's not a consensus yet. But we found there's a thing called the Perrins treatment, and the guy who invented it, he came and talked to me about it, and she looked it up online because she's a smart young woman. So she has to want to do the treatment, I can't just say to her, try this, try that. She'll look, she thinks it's wrong in some way, and she's not going to enter into it 100%. Of course, it's not worth doing. But we've been having that treatment going on, and she's definitely showing some improvement. She still can't walk very far. We got her an electric wheelchair in the summer so we can at least go out and go for walks with the dogs, and that's lifted her spirits a lot. Because that's the problem, as anyone out there who knows who's got someone with a long-term illness, it's the depression that comes with it. Being stuck indoors and not being able to join in with things, because even stairs are a challenge to us. So if we're going out, we have to give her plenty of time to get ready and get downstairs and then have a rest before we go to the next step, So it does have an impact, but the good news is she's definitely showing improvement.
Responding to treatment.
And seems better in herself, so we're relieved and we're happy with that.
And as a parent, as a parent, you want to fix your children, don't you? But
well, I'm terrible at that as well. Like, even if my wife tells me something's wrong in her day, I have to try and remind myself that sometimes I just need to listen. Because as soon as she tells me something, I'll go, well, I'll phone this guy and I'll do this, I'll do that. She goes, OK, I'm not interested. I just want to tell you I had this bad day. I said, well, who did that and why did... And sometimes we don't communicate like that, because my immediate instinct, and I think it's common of a lot of people, men in particular, is there's a problem, fix it. Not there's a problem, share it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't really want to be in an unhappy place ever. And if she's unhappy, that's her hard luck. But I don't want it to be, obviously, but I have to do that. So I really struggle, and I have to remind myself that sometimes what she needs in a partner is someone to listen and share it. Yeah. And, it's a learning thing, and I'm still a very young man, so I've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
We're coming up to New Year. Do you set goals or New Year's resolutions? I don't like resolutions. So what do you do?
You and I are essentially perfect.
That's
so we don't need
exactly.
No, I don't.
The rest of us, however.
Well, during the year, I do sometimes set myself goals, and sometimes they're very mundane, like we all do, like trying to lose a bit of weight or trying to do a bit more exercise or engage more with people in a way I didn't. But I'm not a big believer in that, because I do think you're sometimes setting yourself up for a fall.
Absolutely.
It's the pressure of it. It's like when people go out on New Year's Eve for a party and you think, this has got to be the best night of the year. And it's not.
It's not.
It really is. Whereas the best nights you have tend to be the accidental nights.
Absolutely.
We
were just talking about that.
and you've got lipstick on and you've peed in a vase. You know what I mean? You don't know what lies ahead. So I'm not a big one on planning in that way. But I think we all use that point, the end of one year and the beginning of a new one, as a point to reflect. And so inevitably you start thinking about what do I want to do more of or less of, or how do I want to be a better person or happier person. So there'll be something, I'm sure, but I can't think of it.
Well, listen, Jonathan, please stay with us. We've got to take a quick break, but we'll be back very soon.